10 years ago, let's say before the council, basically the radical layman was the layman who was involved in social justice. Even though it would have been generally a superficial man. I'm speaking of just the general run of concerned laymen.
Yeah.
But now there are other issues. There's authority and freedom in the church. There's married clergymen. There's a parochial school system. There are all kinds of the whole problem of parish council. All these other church issues are involved today. The concerned layman, tends to see the whole issue of social justice as part of as one of many issues which has to be attacked in the church. And so as a result, people are being spread thin too, so that not only does the issue of social justice have to be attacked from a more militant manner. Maybe militant's not a good word here, but also the problem of authority and freedom in the church, the problem of formulation, church teachings, the problem of the decision making in the church. All these things, need a different approach than going to the pastor and saying, "May I?"
Well, are the Catholic councils going into these areas, other places?
Not really, because
they're not here.
Right. The Catholic councils are attempting. Those that are staying open are attempting to remain councils for interracial justice. And now the issue is, how would you put it? The more I should say the more concerned laymen, but so many laymen would much rather put their energy into something like the National Association of Laymen or a local chapter thereof, and work together with people in this group who are putting their energies in any number of different places.
How bad is the black separatist?
How bad is what?
The black separatist feeling.
About the council?
Yeah.
Well, you mean how much does that play into the whole factor of the interracial tone of the
I
councils?
would think that would tend to weaken the councils in places where black separatism has become places like Chicago. Not here yet.
I think black separatism can be a very misleading concept. Not a misleading concept, but it can mislead people into thinking that the separatists are so large that they're pulling people out of interracial councils, and I really don't think that's what's pulling people out of interracial councils.
Do you think it's discouraging people that are in interracial councils?
Take out the bottle.
Not that much. I think the problem with an interracial council is your people. Let's speak of the dying interracial councils. The people in the councils are not black thinking enough to take the right approaches to end racism, so that they can't divert their attentions into other programs. I don't think the concept of separatism scares that many people away. Because I think if a white person is really concerned, he can always find something to do together with a black person in ending racism. I don't think it's a matter of he finds no one in the black community who's willing to work. He doesn't find anyone in the black community who's ready to. I mean, how do I want to say this? The people in the black community who are really dealing with the problems may be dealing with it in a way that many of the white members of the CICs don't want to deal with the problem.
Yeah, right.
That's I think is the problem, not separatism. Because numerically, separatists are very few. You can look at the overall picture. They may get the loudest publicity.
Yeah, that's true.
But numerically, they're not that many.
Were there militants in Los Angeles trying? Was there any disruption with the convention?
No disruption. There was a group of the Los Angeles Association of Laymen who had a kind of an open caucus, which is a contradiction in terms. So I would just say open session on the lawn of the campus to raise the issues that pertain to the diocese, which was again, the problem of authority and freedom with reference to McIntyre and the conservative element.
Where was it held? What campus was it at?
Loyola University campus was where the whole convention was held.
In support your local air. The girl, do you know what her name was?
What? Was it really?
Isn't that a coincidence?
That sure is a coincidence. Shut the door. Right. Okay, so at the conference, the manifesto was discussed and sensitivity was pushed. What else came on?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to make that bigger. I mean, sensitivity wasn't, explored at the NCCIG convention. It was one of many recommendations.
Considered as being a good thing.
It's right. It was considered, certainly an approach that should be explored. Where you could get people involved, precisely because it was a manner of getting beyond the superficial level and the whole issue of racism.